Hi guys, so today I was asked by Tonic to review their brand new Tim Holtz Deckle torn edge trimmer. I was trying to see exactly what they wanted to call it. It says right here, the Deckle torn edge trimmer. So this was sent free of charge by Tonic for my review. Again, all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase any items through those links. So I had no idea what to expect when they asked if I would like to review their new Tim Holtz Deckle edge. I forgot how she worded it. So I was like, oh, okay, let's check this out. So when I got here, I was like, oh, this is super cool. So it's basically like a guillotine trimmer, but it's going to put a cute little decal edge on your papers or your projects. So let me see if there's an image out here that we can see. Oh, you know where it was? I can see through here, the packaging, you can see the little decal edge. So let's open this up so we can get going. I think it's a really cute idea because you don't have to have a machine. You know, if you have like, let's say you want to put this edge on like a that's not going to open it, like on a 5x7 card or something like that. You don't have to have a larger machine to do it because you can just put your paper in here. So it does say it has 8.5 inch, 22 centimeter. I would assume that's this width area here, or the length, however you look at it. And it measures up to 6 inches out. So we have that. So that's kind of what I want you to see is, look at the edge on that. So of course the best way we're going to see this is to start cutting. So what I'm going to do is grab some papers, give you some different ideas on how you could use this, and we'll test it out. Okay, so firstly, I think some simple things if you just wanted to make your own kind of mats that have a cute edge on them. So I do have some brown craft card here, and then I'm going to pop out some of this rustic rose paper just to layer over that. So let's grab this. And we can start out with something simple if you're going to do this on a standard, like A2 size card. Let's say I want to mat this, so A2 would be 4 1/4 by 5.5. So let's say we want to do about 4. I'm going to go a little bit bigger than 4 because this is going to cut a wavy edge, so it's going to be a little bit smaller than you want. So I'm just going just over 4, like 4 1/8. Oh wow! It cuts so cleanly and so cool. I'll show you once we're done. So let's just say we have that one, and then we want it just over 5 1/4. Okay, and then to cut the other edge, I'm just going to bring it back over here and just take it to about 4. And I want you to see the littlest bit that I left. That's why I cut it just a little bit larger than 4, just so that we can have a good standard measure when we're done. And then again by 5 1/4. So I am going to line up this edge about 5 1/4. And there we go. So what I wanted to see is what that ends up being. So like I said, I cut just a little over 4, right? Because we want it to be 4 inches at the end, and I cut it about 1/8 of an inch bigger than that. And then the 5 1/4 I cut just like 5 3/8. And yeah, we have it 5 1/4 by 4, almost perfectly on the dot. So I would say when you go to cut it just a little bit larger on the first 2 cuts, you know, if you're doing it the way I did, and then the next 2 right on the money. Okay, so let's layer that paper with something cute from here. I like that pink. Oh, the little hearts are adorable. Let's go with some hearts. And my layer for this one would be 3 3/4 is what I normally would do. So I'm gonna go 3 7/8, right? I said make it a little bit bigger. And then I turn it this way, just have that flat edge. I would want this one to be at 5, so we're going 5 1/8. And now I'm just going to start cutting. So this one, go ahead and put that right on the 3 3/4 line. And then this one right at the 5. So it's just that little bit that cuts off, so you have the perfect look at this. How pretty, I love that. So easy, again, like I said, so you can use any size paper, obviously up to 8.5 inches in width. And then if you need to measure more, I mean, you can work that out, but it goes about 6.5 inches to the side there. Really nice feel. So that's for like a rectangular shape. Let's do a square. So this side's already cut, right? We already have that decal edge there. So let's say I'm gonna do a 4 1/2 inch square. So this time I'm just going to measure it right onto the 4 1/2 inch to the opposite side. And then when I go to cut this one, I'm going to measure just over 4.5 inches, about 4 5/8. So when I turn it this way, I'll put it right at 4.5, and I'll have my perfect 4.5 inch square. So we have about a 4.5 inch square on this one. And then what I'll do is the same thing, but this time, okay, sorry, I was going to choose another page for the topper. Oh, this is cute with the little dots. So let's do the dots. And we did a 4.5 inch, correct? Okay, so 4.5 inch square. And so this time I want a 4.25 inch square, right, to mat over that nicely, and just to leave a little edge. You know, it depends on what you like. So I'm gonna go 4 3/8 because I need that little extra. And then I'm gonna turn it to the flat side here, and 4 3/8. And now this time I will go straight to 4 1/4, right? That decal edge on that 4 1/4. And then again, 4 1/4, so we can have our perfect little square here. So cute. And what I'm noticing is on this top part, it's a little tighter, the decal. It's a little bit tighter looking. And then here it kind of loosens up, gets a little bit bigger. So it just has a different look all across here. So really, really cool. Again, if you want more of just like the chunkier bit, I would say cut your paper down here. You have grid lines, so you can line it up wherever you like. So now we have a square. We have our rectangular. You know, you have your 8-inch or 6-inch scrapbook pages. You can definitely cut your papers really cute for your mats and layers on that. Look at that. And the other thing I was thinking too is, let's say we just want to make a card. So let me get a card base. I'll be right back. So if I want to just completely decal the edges of like a standard A2 size card, I have this piece of paper and I cut it just keeping in mind how before I added like 1/8 of an inch to basically each measurement, you know, the first 2 cuts. So this is 5 3/8 by 8 3/4. The 8 3/4 might be a little fudgy, but we'll see. So 5 3/8 inches by 8 3/4. And what I'm going to do with this one first is go ahead and cut here. So now I'm not measuring this at all at the end. I know I added about 1/8 of an inch. You know, I added a little extra. So all I'm doing is barely eyeballing it so that I know the paper is just on this side. Okay, so we're just going to cut that little bit off. Okay, for now. I'm going to leave it just like that. And on this side, I'm going to go and pretty much get it real close to 5 1/2, but not quite yet, because again, I said it was like about 5 3/8. So we're just going to cut that little edge off. And it's going to be the smallest amount of paper. And I don't know if you notice, I keep holding this guard. You always want to hold your guard down, because sometimes when you don't, and you're just holding the paper, it might move. So just always hold that guard down. So we have that. I'm going to turn it the other way, and now I am going to size this at 5 1/2. So it's still 5 1/2 inches tall. Now, you can eyeball this other side, but I think the easiest thing is to go ahead and put this on your scoring board and score it at 4 1/4, and then we'll know where we need to cut this other side. So let me do that real quick. Just, where is my scoring tool? Of course, when I do this. So, okay, so I'm just going to score it over here again at 4 1/4, just like you would do any other card. Okay, I'm just going to score that score line. I'm just going to fold this, and now I'm just going to use that to help me know how much more I need to cut off of this other side. And I'm just going to eyeball that. As you can see, it left about 1/4 inch. So again, if you want to do some different sizing, this was just the easiest thing for me to do, being a brand new thing that I don't really know much about. So we can put this over here. We're just trying this out. So again, you can line up your paper at 4 1/4, I suppose, your line, and that'll help you. Cut that down. And now you have a card base that's deckled all around, and it looks really nice. And then, I suppose, but I did the brown. We don't want to go on that brown or craft on craft, but there you go. You have all that. So some really fun ways to use it. The other thing I was thinking, if you're making like paper bag albums, I know at the end you can just cut it with this and you'll have a cute decal edge at the end of your paper bag, or however else you would like to use it. But those are just some simple ways I was thinking about using it. Thank you so much, Tonic, for sending this for my review. Again, you guys, it's just launching today. Really cool. Make sure to check out the Tonic videos, because I'm sure they have lots of fun ideas for you guys. So I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.